you know MP came ready to play. Welcome, fans, to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy. Stan, peer through your coach's lens just a second for us, and what are you trying to accomplish early on in the season?
Well, I think, Kevin, there's so much player movement now. You've always got a lot of new guys. So, number one, you want to get everybody oriented into your system and the way that you do things. And then you're trying to figure out who are your best combinations on the floor, who starts, who comes off the bench, everybody's role. That takes time.
That's great insight. And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come out and let everyone know what you're thinking, you have got to back it up. MP's put some pressure on himself. We'll see how he handles it.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Malik Monk out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Sabonis in at the center position. And for the inside scoop on MP, and I mean inside, let's send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I talked to MP before the game, and he said there was a lot of confidence in the locker room. He said, we know this is a tough matchup for us, but we've got a strong game plan. All on the same page, and we're ready to execute. This will be a good measuring stick for them, guys.
I would say, David, the perfect measuring stick. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that really scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Mitchell against LaVine. Wide open look here for Murray. A three-pointer, no good. For Miami, they've gotten their first three shots to go in for to start off this game. Back to Jordan. Latrey. LaVine with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Monk outside. Sacramento moving it around. And the jam by LaVine.
Well, not only does this show off LaVine's skills, it's also a great morale boost for your team.
Hawkins outside. And a miss there on the triple. Kings have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's LaVine. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Mitchell kicks to Jordan. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. 8 points for Jordan. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. LaVine with it. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Rebound by the Heat. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Here's DeRozan. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Miami leading by 7. From deep, Jordan. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late. You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. From deep, Jordan bangs home the trifecta. Jordan's got 16.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Kings trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento. And some changes here for the Heat. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Love. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Davion Mitchell. And Hero subbed in for Jordan. Changes here for the Heat. Kevin Love's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Jordan subbed in for Jaime Jaquez. Sacramento also making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Keegan Murray comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Monks subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Hero out there with Jordan. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Jovic in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Sabonis. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps. And this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the General in his last time out against Chicago was sensational. He dropped in 38 points, and he was really dialed in from three-point land, making a lot of long ones. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. See what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for a different measure. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Sabonis' screen on Jordan. With the step back, here's Monk. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. The Heat leading by 15. Jordan the pass to Hero. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Verticality gives Wiggins the upper hand, almost unstoppable once he's midair.
And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. Ellis outside. Pass to LaRavia. Inside. Here's Monk. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. Monk, the pass to Murray. Here's LaRavia. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
And they pick up 2. Jordan's got 25 points in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Kings trail by 21. Monk outside. Gonzalez with the screen for Monk. Pass to Sabonis. Over Love. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's the Miami Heat with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll return shortly.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Miami Heat.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to gold. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. All right, let's switch it over. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And you know the General has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
On the court for Sacramento, the post pair form will be Murray and Sabonis. Levine is out there with Monk, and it's DeRozan in at the three. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, just out there to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Miami leading by 19 points. 90 seconds now into the second half. Adebayo kicks to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And Adebayo's such an excellent passer as a center, finding the open man right there.
Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Jaquez outside. Back to Adebayo. Down low. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 4th assist in this one. Monk kicks to Levine. Pass to Sabonis. Outside DeRozan. Beyond the arc. Rebound Love. Love's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Jordan. DeRozan with the rebound. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Levine. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Pass to Love. Outside Jordan. Fires the three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one. DeRozan passes to Monk. DeRozan surveying the D. Comes up empty down low. Miami leading by 18. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. And again, it's the Heat missing. Sacramento's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. On the wing, Hawkins. DeRozan defending. Adebayo kicks to Mitchell. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 5 assists in the game. The Kings trail by 21. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Well, we're used to the stretch big man these days, Dan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball hand.
He's checked in for the Heat. Jordan comes in for Ogier. Sacramento also making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Hansen subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Jordan. Timeout called, the Heat. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. And with so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Here's Hansen. We've got Jordan. He's out there with Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Holmes. And it's Jovic in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Sensabaugh. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. Wiggins has got his 5th rebound in this one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
From deep, Jordan. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Hansen. Covered by Wiggins. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shoots over Hero. Again, the miss by the Kings. The Heat have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Jovic passes to Jordan. Yes, that goes in. 34 points for Jordan.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ellis kicks to Sabonis. 6 to shoot. Here's Hansen. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. The Heat have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. And Jordan gets it to go.
A pretty talented distributor. Tyler Hero isn't one to force his own look.
Here's Hansen, defended by Jordan. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Right, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit. And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Sabonis, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Anderson, he's checked in for Miami.
3-second violation. Miami ball. Substitution on the court.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Jordan. Chalk up 2 there. Jordan's got 8 points here in this quarter.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And good speed going right at the defender, Murray, making them make the mistake.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep, and until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Hero kicks to Rozier. Takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Miami.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jordan.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
A shot by Jordan, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Garnett outside. Hero passes to Garnett. Outside Rozier. And here's Jordan outside. It's hauled in by the Kings. And here's Levine. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.